Alright, I've gotten a couple requests to do a video of what to look for when you get a free trash find mower. So I got this yesterday. It's a Noma bagger machine with a Briggs & Stratton Quantum. The bagger's outside. It seems to be in good shape, so this thing could be worth quite a bit of money if I can get it running good. So first thing to do is check for a bent crankshaft. Okay, so to check for a bent crankshaft, tip the mower up and look to see if this bolt moves side to side, or if that moves along with the crankshaft, the more likely they are to get bent. This one's a short one, so we should be in luck. Looks good. If it's a bent if you have a bent crankshaft, usually not worth it to fix them. So now you want to check the compression. I'm just gonna put this vice grip on the brake. If it's past 86, it'll have that brake. I'll give it a little pull. This thing's quite low actually. Could be batterings or a stuck open exhaust valve. So let's check for that. Well, I got the breather off. This is how you see if the valves are stuck without removing your head and then risking a new head gasket. So this mower feels like it has low compression. So we'll look at the valves and see if one's stuck. Well, they both seem to be working, so hopefully this thing will still run with what feels like low compression. Next, check the gas, smell it. This smells fresh. I don't know why it was on the curb. I'm thinking that they put new gas in it, expecting the thing to start, and never did, due to clogged carburetor. So let's next open up the carb. Well, visually the carb looks pretty dirty outside, but really that doesn't really matter what's inside. This also has a gas on off, so I turn the gas off, and hopefully we should have some no extra leakage in what's in the carb. So let's open her up. I used a 13mm wrench. Who knows, maybe this carb will be dry. Hope so. Oh, still a little tight. Uh-oh, I got drippage. It's not a bad thing, but it doesn't smell good. This is probably varnishy. Oh, got some. Oh, actually. So I sprayed it and sanded it with some plumber's sandpaper. Keep that together. Check to see if your float works. It seems to. Maybe I should turn the gas on to see if more water pushes its way out. Is that gas? Smells a bit like gas now. Yeah, that's gas now. Alright, turn that back off. Alright, next thing you want to do is check for spark. So remove your spark cap. 14/16 wrench. Undo it. They shouldn't be too tight because it's just aluminum thread and they're quite easy to strip. This plug looks old on the outside, but that doesn't mean anything. Alright, so last time it was run, it appears to be coffee brown, which is usually the perfect mixture. So I'll put that back in. Oh, that's my phone. It's electronic magneto, this machine, so I'm thinking the spark should be good. If it doesn't fire on prime, then I'll know it's got bad spark. Or it could just need a new plug. But tighten that back up, not too tight. There you go. Put your cap back on. This thing seems to have a prime choke. There's no prime on it. Let's see. Choke. Oh, broken line, it looks like. I have a spare one of those. Might need to change it. Alright, so I got that back on. I'm thinking that throttle line does need to be changed. But, oh, and also that main jet, or what's supposed to be a main jet. I don't believe that's a jet. There's no hole in it. But you never know. Put that in just in case I could get caught. The blade. So the safety handle's down. Okay, I heard some fire. This thing might just have too little of compression to run. I'll take that back off. Okay, so apparently there's water dripping out of here. Don't know how that happened, so it looks like I'll have to take the carb apart again. This stuff smells like pure 151 vodka. Don't want to know what these people put in here. So I guess I'll have to take the carb off again. Oh, here's the carb. I decided to take the shrouding off, which is quite a bit of work, but it'll get me to fully clean out this carb, and especially outside. It's always good to have a clean carb outside also, just so you can see everything properly and you have no risk of dirt getting through the butterflies, or this is the choke mechanism, that's the throttle. Alright, so just took the needle and seat off, and needle and float off, and sprayed her down, and I found out that the jet that I thought was a jet just turned out to be a plug, I think. This hole here appears to be the jet, so just put some wire brush or a twist tie from like a bread thing. Strip the plastic off it and use that. Just poke out every hole you see. Just makes it better. You may not need to take your carb apart again. And then give it a final spray and put the needle and float back together. Now if you want, you can lube up your throttle and choke levers. Try not to get any of this oil in the carb. There we go. New throttle cable, because this one is really messed up and breaks here when it's mounted. See it pulled out? Oh, it pulls out when it's trying to get in, because this is like bent. This part should go into the carb down, so it has that free play, but it wants to go like this way, and it needs to go up like this one. So now that's choke, and then that's choke, and then that's slow speed. So give it a test fire. Hopefully after I put the carb back on, cross my fingers, she should be good to go. Well, test fired it, and I'm going to put everything back on, and like I said, hopefully everything will be good to go. Well, YouTube, here it is with this bagger. After putting the rope where it's supposed to be, it has a very short pull. I'm not too sure why, but I got it, owned it before. It put this weird knot in here, which took up a lot of space, so I'll get a new rope, but it's running now. I had to adjust the carb a bit, but didn't bother filming on and off between adjustments, but it was running good. It was kind of surging a bit at high RPM and wouldn't really run on low, so I turned the mixture screw out and it seems to be good. Let's see if I can start it.